What's good, YouTube family? I'm just getting off work, so don't mind this. I be trying to protect my hair. Be getting off. I work outside 12 hours a day, and the last time I washed my hair, how dirty it was, I just couldn't believe it. I was disappointed in myself. Okay, but anyways, I did not want to get too comfortable without tapping in. Boundaries versus barriers is what I want to talk about. And in the last video I touched on it a little bit, and I planned on going live, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've been in like this, I haven't been in the mental space to really do it because I'm in a transitional season of my life, like trying to find another job so that I can really climb up that ladder. But boundaries versus barriers. So let's get into it. Right off the back, if you look up the word barrier, it's a line that marks the limits of an area and or a dividing line. Example, boundaries in a relationship are the limits and rules that define acceptable behavior and interactions, creating a sense of safety and respect for both individuals. Okay? So boundaries are healthy and intentional limits we set to protect our emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. The purpose is to create safety, self-respect, and clarity in relationships and environments. So I'm gonna give you an example. We got friends that want to call at certain hours of the night just cause. I ain't talking about emergency stuff. Emergencies are real. That's not what I'm speaking on. You got people that you work with that's sending emails and they expect you to answer. You got certain topics that you don't feel comfortable discussing. It's your responsibility to let that be known to that person. I don't feel comfortable discussing this. That's a boundary. It's rooted in self-awareness, growth, and communication. Them the key factors right there. And so if you want to know how effective it is, it's effective in terms of bringing clarity. It strengthens your relationships and encourages mutual respect. So boundaries are for empowerment, and so they're important, but you can't get that confused with a barrier. Now let's tap into that. Barrier, by definition, is a fence or other obstacle that prevents movement or access. Okay? Examples of barriers. Let's get into it. This is rich too. Fear of failure, lack of confidence, perfectionism, procrastination, lack of resources, social prejudice, mental health issues, lack of support. Let's talk about this too. The purpose of barriers is often used to protect you from the past pain, trauma, or fear, but it can lead to isolation or stagnation. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. That's the biggest thing that you need to take away from the barrier. It can lead, if you're not careful, between being protective with the boundary and the barrier being something that keeps you stagnant because you're scared. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with that because it's rooted in fear, hurt, or mistrust. It prevents healing, stunts relationships, and can block personal or professional growth. Oh my God. And see, this is important to me because as I am trying to navigate unknown territory to me, I'm not saying it's not unknown to other people, but as it pertains to my journey and my path, I only know what I know. So you have to, if you want to grow, get out of that and open yourself up to the uncharted territory. And so it can be scary, but if you stay in that, you'll never get to where you want to go. And so I'm leaving you with this, back to boundary. Boundaries are meant to empower you. Us, let me say us, because I'm talking to me too. Like this really blessed my soul, and I hope it's helping you too. It's meant to empower us. Boundaries are meant to help protect and guard our heart. Barriers, if you're not careful, you're gonna be in the same place you was this year, next year. Boundaries, barriers restrict us. Barriers keep us stagnant. Barriers are rooted in fear. If you're not careful, man, you will subconsciously allow barriers to be presented like boundaries, when truth be told, you're just scared, man. You're just scared. And so I want us in this second half of the year to not allow that to navigate our life and control our decisions or influence the way that we move. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth sometimes is messy. You know, I'm looking at my plants right here, like, you don't see what's going on under them roots. You don't see what's going on before it get to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is beautiful. This is pretty. But it's a lot of work that has to take place underneath. And that's why I love plants so much, because they teach me so much. They remind me so much of us. Even in this, I propagated these plants. So this one looks ugly, but this is the reason for this. Woo, boy, I'm getting excited. These right here, I propagated from the mother plant. So this isn't growing, but it's growing something else. These are new babies right here. You see this? Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, so I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, I'm with y'all and I understand. Life ain't easy. Certain decisions, I'm gonna say most decisions aren't easy or made to be easy, but they have to be made. They have to be made. And I believe that God wouldn't bring us to something we can't handle. He wouldn't bring us to something that we haven't already gained victory over. We may not see it, but as the Alpha and Omega that He is, it's just like, you just gotta trust the process. You know what I mean? So that's how you know the difference between the two. Now it's on you to really lock in and figure out which one is which in your life, and use discernment. Lock in spiritually so He can guide you on what's what, because sometimes one can be disguised as the other when you're not healed, when you're not working on yourself. And it can distort your vision of what's right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in you. I love you with the love of God. Remember, new views, new heights. We working on changing the way we see things. And that's why I wanted to talk about boundaries versus barriers. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about that a little bit more because I'm in that season myself. Do I stay where it's comfortable, or do I push through the fear of that barrier and really become who I need to be? That's how you gonna really see the abundance of life. God said the thief come to kill, steal, and destroy, but he came so we have life and have it more abundantly. Not just live, but I'm talking about living it on another level. And so it takes us being mentally conditioned and ready to pivot when we need to and understand. And it takes just you being locked in to something greater than you. You can't possibly believe that we just here just to be here. You can't believe that. And if you do, it's no shade. But I just don't believe you here for no reason. And so let's get to it. Until next time, peace.